Good evening, and welcome to KS News. I'm Erin LaFlame.
And I'm Lexi Thayer.
Tonight, we celebrate. After years of patiently waiting through many Oscar award shows for his name to be called and constant heartbreak and disappointment, Leonardo DiCaprio has finally received an Oscar for Best Actor during his performance in the movie The Revenant. With a total of over 190 nominations over a variety of award shows and a total of 80 wins, Leo is clearly doing something right in his acting career, and I think we can all agree he should have won an Oscar a while ago. After accepting the award, Leo took his speech time to inform people of climate change, a subject he's a huge advocate for. Here is a video of his speech.
Making The Revenant was about man's relationship to the natural world, a world that we collectively felt in 2015 as the hottest year in recorded history. Our production needed to move to the southern tip of this planet just to be able to find snow. Climate change is real. It is happening right now. It is the most urgent threat facing our entire species, and we need to work collectively together and stop procrastinating. We need to support leaders around the world who do not speak for the big polluters or the big corporations, but who speak for all of humanity, for the indigenous people of the world, for the billions and billions of underprivileged people who will be most affected by this, for our children's children, and for those people out there whose voices have been drowned out by the politics of greed. I thank you all for this amazing award tonight. Let us not take this planet for granted. I do not take tonight.
And here's Amber for more background information about Leo's environmental efforts.
Thanks, Erin. Most people were unaware about just how passionate Leonardo DiCaprio is about helping the environment until his award-winning speech. He has his own foundation named after him, of course, in which the main goals are to protect biodiversity, wildlands conservation, oceans conservation, as well as climate change. The Leonardo DiCaprio Foundation has granted over $15 million to global conservation efforts. In the year 2000, he hosted an Earth Day celebration and interviewed former U.S. President Bill Clinton for a television segment about global warming. DiCaprio also wrote and narrated and produced The 11th Hour, an environmental documentary that was released in 2007.
Our political and corporate leaders have consistently ignored the overwhelming scientific evidence.
DiCaprio also narrated a documentary called Carbon.
Ancient life on Earth. Over millions of years, plants and animals lived and died.
On top of all of this, he is also a part of the following organizations: National Resources Defense Council, Global Green USA, and International Fund for Welfare. Over the last 12 years, Leonardo has worked strategically to shift public awareness on key issues. He is a true hero. Now here's Sarah for his film career.
Thanks, Amber. Leonardo DiCaprio is well known for his prominent movies. Being an actor since 1985 and starting in his first movie in 1991, we've watched Leo transform and evolve into an excellent and well-respected actor. Here are some of his most notable movies.
My fucking warriors who will not hang up the phone until their client either buys or fucking dies!
In 1991, Leonardo DiCaprio acted in his first movie, Critters 3. A movie making only 4.2 stars out of 10, he certainly improved after. In 1993, Leo played in What's Eating Gilbert Grape as Arnie, Johnny Depp's character's younger impaired brother, whose Depp's character must take care of. In 1996, Leo played as Romeo in Romeo and Juliet, tugging at young girl's heart in a more modern twist of Shakespeare's famed play. In 1997, Leo starred in one of the greatest love stories of this time, The Titanic. Jack Dawson falls in love with Rose, played by Kate Hudson, but only aboard the doomed, soon-sunken ship. In 2006, Leo played in the movie The Departed, as an undercover cop attempting to discover members of an Irish gang in Boston. The movie also includes the famous Matt Damon, Jack Nicholson, and Mark Wahlberg. In 2010, Leo plays Cobb in Inception. Cobb plays a con artist, and him and his team constructs a false reality to manipulate and confuse his targets. In 2012, Leo played Calvin Candy, a plantation owner. Django, played by Jamie Foxx, is a free slave who tries to find his wife, who is still a slave and is owned by Calvin. In 2013, Leo played Jay Gatsby in the well-known The Great Gatsby. Jay is a youthful, covert businessman with a suspicious business plan. In 2013, Leo played the true story of Jordan Belfort in The Wolf of Wall Street. The story is of Belfort's rise as a wealthy stockbroker to the fall of corruption and fraud. In 2015, Leo played Hugh Glass, a frontiersman on a fur trading excursion in the 1800s. He fights to survive after being mauled by a bear and left for death by his own hunting team. This is the movie where Leo won his well-deserved Oscar.
Now here's Lexi for some fun facts.
Many of you may be a fan of Leonardo DiCaprio from his acting accolades in Titanic, Romeo and Juliet, The Great Gatsby, The Wolf of Wall Street, and recently The Revenant. But did you know that he's not just a hit on the big screen? There are quite a few fun and interesting facts about Mr. DiCaprio that I think we all could benefit from. Leo was advised at 10 years old by his manager to change his name to Lenny Williams. His first film role was in Critters 3. Robert De Niro handpicked DiCaprio himself for the part in This Boy's Life. Leonardo's mom named him Leonardo after looking at a Da Vinci painting in a museum when he first kicked. He's also one of the highest-grossing actors to never have acted in a sequel. He was trained by Thel Reed, who also trained Brad Pitt, Val Kilmer, Edward Norton, Russell Crowe, and Ben Foster. He's dated a slew of models. For instance, he's dated Brazilian model Gisele Bündchen, model Bar Raffaelli, Naomi Campbell, and Tony Garn, all models. In 2008, for the 2008 presidential election, he gave $2,800 to Barack Obama's campaign, which is the max amount an individual can give during an election. While filming Blood Diamonds, he adopted a South African baby girl whom he sends monthly checks and speaks to often on the phone. And finally, November of 2010, he donated $1 million to the Wildlife Conservation Society at Russia's Tiger Summit. Thanks for tuning in tonight. That's all for KS News. I'm Lexi Thayer.
And I'm Erin LaFlame.